Good morning, ladies.
Morning.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you, everyone? Happy Wednesday.
Yeah, happy
Hump
Women's Wednesday.
day.
Happy Women's
Okay.
Wednesday. How are you this? How are you, Shanda? You woke up on the right side of the bed today, right?
Yeah, I did wake up a little crabby. I don't know. It's this whole freaking week, trying to tolerate this DNC bullshit, the propaganda from both sides. Joe Biden's a Trojan horse that's going to bring socialism to the world. Like, oh, if fucking only. But yeah, I'm supposed to be in Milwaukee. I'm not supposed to be home stuck on a computer. I'm supposed to be with 100,000 other burners burning the DNC down right now, and I'm a little freaking chapped about it.
Yeah, Joy, welcome to Women's Wednesday. Good to see you.
Hey, you too. I'm totally with Shanda. I was there in 2016, and those 6 days protesting was the only thing that got my ass through that week. And having to cancel going to Milwaukee freaking killed me.
Was still looking at tickets as late as a few days ago.
So you were going to try it.
I was still I hadn't written it off.
Right.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
But-
good. Jordan Cheriton was there last night.
I know I could have hung out with Jordan.
Yeah. How many people did he have? A couple dozen?
9. There was 9 yellow vests out front. But hey, kudos to those 9.
No, I absolutely agree. At least they had the wherewithal to get out there and show some semblance, and everybody was flipping them off and laughing at them and everything else. So, but who's going to get the last laugh in all this?
The California wildfires.
Yeah, exactly. It ain't gonna be us.
Ain't gonna be us. Ain't gonna be us. So anyway, I get to play God today because it's Women's Wednesday and my media machine broke down. So we're gonna use the backup media machine. We have that. I've got a little movie I want to show everybody, if you don't mind. Where is it? Here is it? Oh, here it is, right here. Let's play this. This is my movie. I made this last night. And I'll just play it if I can.
Looks just like you.
Yeah, thank you. We got Pretty Boy here doing a stream, David Dole, and let's see if it plays right.
Carry us forward in our time of need. Keep the promise of America for all of us.
Hey everyone, I'm Joe Biden's husband. As you heard tonight, excuse me, you can see why she's the love of my life, the rock of our family. She never gives herself much credit, but the truth is, she's the strongest person I know. She's a backbone like a ramrod. She loves fiercely, cares deeply. Nothing stops her when she sets her mind to getting something right. And for all of you out there across the country, just think of your favorite educator who gave you the confidence to believe in yourself. That's the kind of first lady, this Joe Biden will be. God bless you.
So go to joebiden.com to join our campaign.
Thank you all for watching. I'll see you soon.
That was really not a good speech.
Did he say ramrod?
Yeah, if anybody compares my ramrod to anything, I'm gonna
The butt Trump candidate and Jill.
When you guys said he said husband, I thought it was going to be one of those things that he corrected himself. He didn't even correct himself.
Yeah, and the apologists are going to say, "Oh, he said Jill. It was Jill. It wasn't Joe. It sounded like Joe, but it was Jill. Jack and Jill." Right up there.
Well, he called her his sister 3 or 4 months ago, right?
Yeah, wasn't
Yep.
wasn't he kissing her finger then too, or something like that?
Biting.
Biden. Yeah. So
Biden,
anyway, I'm
Oh my God.
playing around with media, and I've got to give kudos to Amber. She finally showed me how to embed these videos into the slide deck, so now I don't have to frame everybody. I hope you enjoyed the presentation better. Anyway, good morning. Hey, there's Whitney. Hi, Whitney. Green Report. Barbara.
Hi, Whit.
Good morning, Barbara. And we got-
Morning, Richard.
Yeah, Richard. Yeah, Trump does suck. Yes. And
Juliet.
Juliet, happy Wednesday.
Hey, Juliet. So anyway, ladies, I'm going to let you try and steer better than me since my ship has sunk this morning. What do you want to start with?
Leave him, I suppose.
Leave him. Oh, yes. This is Bill Clinton. This is, I know that not all of us are fond of Crystal, but, I got to give her credit. She kind of says what I'm thinking in many cases. It's, let me see if I can turn it on. Let's hear what Crystal's got to say this morning.
Speaking of sailed ships.
Sailed ships. Jesus Christ. Did you see the
Which one?
Did you see the picture of him getting a back rub at Club Med?
Mr. Syphilis. He looks like syphilis is just dripping off of him.
In fact, we've all sort of been operating on the assumption offered by Joe Biden himself that a Biden administration would be a return to the Barack Obama era. It's true, of course, in many ways. Biden's running on a return to normalcy as if there's anything normal about the cold-hearted, unequal mess that they've created. But the person who created that normal wasn't actually Barack Obama. It was William Jefferson Clinton. He's the one who set the Democratic Party on its current anti-populist trajectory of condescending to the working class, active contempt for the white working class, passive contempt for the black and brown working class, veneration of the rising technocratic ruling class, unyielding faith, of course, in markets, and a political strategy of publicly and flagrantly chastising and crushing the left in order to win the favor of white suburban moderates. It's Clinton who deregulated the banks. It's Clinton who passed NAFTA, Clinton who ended welfare as we know it, Clinton who engaged in all manner of BS deficit hawkery, and who lauded balancing the budget as his crowning achievement. It's all a sort of epic tragedy, too, because in the beginning, he actually was a man of the people in a real way, coming up in the South with an absolutely remarkable gift of political connection. People forget now, but Bill, he kind of ran as a populist back in '92. Remember this guy?
I've been governor of a small state for 12 years. I'll tell you how it's affected me. Every year, Congress and the president sign laws that make us do more things and gives us less money to do it with. I see people in my state, middle-class people, their taxes have gone up in Washington and their services have gone down, while the wealthy have gotten tax cuts. I have seen what's happened in this last 4 years.
I can't take any more. That bullshittery has been the moniker of the Democratic Party forever. So anyway, ladies.
That gave me flashbacks like, ooh, I like bad boy Slick Willie Brown. And then I'm like, oh no, he totally screwed me over. I don't like him.
Yeah, I'm totally with
Break out the saxophone.
Yeah.
I was just going to say that.
We fell for it so hard in '92. So hard.
Yeah, you guys are, I don't know, Joey, what do you think about that? I mean, Bill Clinton's the one that set the stage after Reagan started the crap. Bill finished it and sold us to Wall Street. What are your feelings on Bill as far as the culpability in bringing us George Bush and then Barack Obama? How do you feel about that?
I absolutely agree with that. The thing is, so many people refuse to acknowledge it, but Obama did the same thing as far as, pretending to be this populist. We were so excited for him. Not just because to have the first Black president, but because, oh my God, like hope and change. Absolutely. And he duped us and it was heartbreaking. But also to watch people freak out about, Clinton speaking last night, it's like, y'all wanted to elect his wife just a minute ago. So why is this so crazy? Yes, he's a sexual predator and repugnant, but so is his wife who enables it and bullies his accusers. So
is our current nominee.
So is our current nominee.
Our
exactly.
current nominee, the Republican president. What is the difference?
Right. I think it's funny that Obama kind of Clinton laid the groundwork for neoliberalism, but we didn't wake up. Obama kept shoving it down our fucking throats and we bought that hook, line, and sinker. But it was Hillary that we all went full stop and was like, whoa, what the fuck are you guys doing to us? So, yeah, it took the woman to expose it.
Which is bad because I'm sure all three of us would love a woman president,
Exactly.
just not one that's awful.
My vagina doesn't vote. My brain does.
Susan
Correct.
Sarandon, I don't vote with my vagina.
Damn right. That's my girl.
Amber, you're awful quiet on this issue. Come on. I know you can cut loose.
Yeah, we've just been asleep. This was the populist lull for my entire childhood,
Teenage
early
years.
adult years.
Yeah.
This is, I was born when we had a decent president. How long ago was that?
What, Carter?
Yep.
I was born under Ford. Ford was president when I was born.
Yeah, and it's just been shit since then, So it's we've played the game. People have been active, but I think what they get now is we're not gonna keep doing the work for them, and they are not going to get that enthusiasm ever again. That door is closed. And
It
I
is
don't
closed.
think they're in full realization of it. So then they got to start playing with dirtier tricks to keep the funding game up, to keep winning, to keep the facade looking well, and it's all crumbling. And I don't care what party you're in, it's ridiculous, and it's the same coin. We're screwed. And so, I'm really this week, I'm really focusing on what I need to do locally, what I need to do, for myself, for the future, and try and figure out what is coming at me, because I think the political piece of it, I will still be there. I will still be busy. I will still run for office. I will still try and make change, but I have my hope and change are gone.
Yeah, right. I watched an amazing interview on the Gray Zone last night with Oliver Stone. He just released a new book, kind of like somebody on this panel. But in the beginning of his new book, he flashes back to 1976 and the great, bicentennial celebration. And he says that, Carter had just been, or he was running, it was the DNC convention of 76. Carter was going to get the nominee. And there was so much hope that it was palpable because they were coming out of the Nixon era, Ford, all of that. And there was just so much hope that Carter was going to come in and finally we were going to start getting some democratic change. And then you look at what they did to Carter and it's just like, fuck. It made me realize that even if we got Bernie in there or somebody like Bernie, would they just crush us like they did Carter?
They just keep turning the screws, I think. I don't know. What do you think, Joy?
I think they would have. It's not even, they call it a conspiracy theorist. If the past elections have been shown you that they are absolutely opposed to any kind of progress, are you ever going to wake up? I don't freaking know.
Yeah, we're just going to be lulled back to sleep and wake up when we got the tube in our arm and force
for your lungs.
Yeah. Gonna be great. Can't wait. What else you got in this slide deck, Oz?
Oh God, I don't know. I just threw some stuff in here this morning because this is and I think who was asking if I was Barbara was asking. I'm okay. It's just like it's been tech issues every day, and I lost my main media machine. Yesterday it was sound, right? Today it's media. Tomorrow I'm thinking I'll either get droned or an asteroid will hit the house. So I guess that's the glass half full look. No, but
do you have gremlins?
Yeah, I have gremlins. I just let me just bring this away. I'm just going in order on the slide deck. Let's touch on COVID, and then we can go back to the political. Well, this is political too. The French Riviera has a pandemic problem. I guess they've been partying over there nonstop on the French Riviera. And the crux to this is that the party kids, the rich people who go over there, the young, the next generation of boomers, as we talked about in the green room, well, they were kind of a little lackadaisical about social distancing and wearing their masks. So I guess everything has jumped infection rate has jumped 10 times from what it was before they started this summer tour of spreading COVID around there. Do you guys have any input on your feelings?
I do.
All right, go for it, ladies.
So everybody knows I'm fighting the school issue. I've got a kindergartner and a second grader that are supposed to start school in 2 weeks. And we are in the middle of an outbreak in my small little community here because we are a retirement community and we've had visitors from every goddamn state under the sun, I'm telling you. And so now they've canceled school. Just 3 days ago, they were telling us that they were going to open and kids would alternate AA, BB, go Monday, go Thursday, that type of thing. But now they just shut it down again for another 4 weeks and we'll reevaluate until we get under 75 infected active cases a week. They're not going to open school. I just think this is insanity. We know that the younger, not just children, but young adults are actually coming down with it. They are the highest percentage rate now that is being infected, and they are ending up in the intensive care. They are dying from this. And I had a talk with my 26-year-old daughter yesterday, like, look, you guys cannot hang out with each other. You can't go to the bar. You can't go to the beach. You cannot be in social circles like this. You guys are spreading it and you are getting sick and dying from it. And for the first time, I actually saw a clicking in her head because she's finally starting to have friends come down with it. This is scary. And we knew this was going to come. Can I just say, here at the Dive, we've been saying this for 3 months now, that this time we were going to have a huge outbreak.
Joy?
Yeah, absolutely. If I had kids, I would homeschool them. This is absurd. And it's frustrating that everyone seems to be blaming the Republicans when Chuck Schumer and Joe Biden are all about it. Send your kids to school. Chuck Schumer said it's bad for economics if your kids don't go to school. It's bad for the economy. You
I call
don't
him
have
truck.
kids in school. Shut the fuck up.
I call him truck because Nancy calls him truck because her teeth get loose. And, truck.
Do you have a case, Amber, do you have a case to open schools, or what's your position? I know that you have a very full view of everything, and we always love to hear your views. So jump in there and knock.
Yeah, school is canceled here in my district. Closer to Seattle, Snohomish County, where COVID started. I don't know of any going in person except for maybe a couple religious private schools. It's the impact of this is going to be massive on families. I'm absolutely dreading it. Yeah. I was an early childhood teacher and had a home daycare in the past. I think the social implications are going to be devastating. And so I'm trying to plan ahead and figure out how I can do that, with teenagers and pre-teenagers, tweens. I got a teen and a tween, and oh my God, it's going to be a nightmare. Trying to keep them focused, trying to keep them motivated, trying to see what the district's going to do. I would love for them to be able to go back to school. However, I did not really trust the plan for them to go back to school. I'm not sending them back into an environment where their temperature is getting checked every 5 minutes and there's somebody's overseeing the washing of their hands. They need to be children. They need to play in the dirt. They need to be outside. Safe. I don't see any reason why we couldn't be having outdoor classrooms.
They do in the islands like Guam and stuff. All of the classrooms are open air classrooms.
So what? We have an extended winter break if the weather's too crappy. But recess where I'm from, recess didn't get canceled unless it was 20 below.
Yeah, right. Well,
seriously,
area.
You figure it out. And we've gotten to this way, but this also plays into a lot of what I've seen of what they're trying to do. We see it with the post office. We're seeing it with education. This is really trying to change our society in ways in which it can be monetized off of being utterly, utterly poor.
Utterly poor. It's going to be a COVID Christmas.
I'll write the song and I'll premiere it here in a couple of months.
Yay!
Great.
That's
You know, and college students, you know, I have
Jesus, yeah.
nieces and cousins who are supposed to be starting college, and you know, they're like, no, I'm taking the year off. What am I going to do? Nothing. Sit at home. So now you've got, you know, I mean, it's like, why would you go? You're going to either go online or, you know, I mean, it's just not anybody's experience that they're used to. The places in the Midwest and back east that I see that are going in person, I think they're going to get shut down. And that's the thing is there is a social aspect to all of this. And I believe this virus is going to keep mutating and keep finding its best path forward. And that's just the unfortunate events of letting out Pandora's box that we've come to in society. But I still think kids need to play together. You know, smaller groups, smaller sizes, more time outside. Like, you know, can we just have the first 2 months of school hiking in the woods and write some research papers? Like, really,
Right?
There's a lot that needs to be changed about our school anyway, and we don't have to rely on these old systems, and we don't have to put up with this new service model that's being force fed at us either.
Hey, so what is your guys' opinion of why we're not hearing about these mutations? You know, back in March and April, we were hearing that they had pinpointed 3 different mutations. We've since heard there's a lot more. How come we're not hearing about these mutations? And why is nobody talking about it? Why is there no scientists like, hey, we've got 30 mutations?
I'm assuming because we're getting shut down on it. They don't want to talk about it. They can't study it. They can't fix it. So they've already like scrapped that, move on, and focus on what fits the narrative. And that's kind of part of the problem. And that's why so many people are so in so many different areas on this topic, just in general, whether it's a mask or it's, you know, the size of the particle or, you know, whether it's just the, how do we, you know, there's too much evidence out there that suggests this was a gain of function research situation that has escaped, whether intentional or not, really doesn't matter. You know, we have these kind of escapes happening at level 4 labs all over the country and all over the world. So, you know, but the fact of seeing the monetization switch is really what, you know, is damning to the evidence. People aren't just going to lull back to sleep. You know, I mean, I think there's too many people upset. They know this isn't more deadly than the regular flu. We just don't talk about it on the news. We don't have the largest transfer of wealth in history during the regular flu season. Right. You know, we've come up with lovely vaccines that make people super, super sick and they think they're better. You know, I mean, it's like what they've been doing has been working so far. So why change it?
You bring up a point. The argument is still prevalent in the hoaxer denier thing that's going around the country is, oh my God, well, so many million people got killed last year from the flu. This isn't anything special. And how do you address that comment? Joy, do you want to start off on that?
I think that, you know, it's different. You know, when people don't walk around with masks, people don't have 6 feet, you know, stay 6 feet away. There's definitely something quite different about that. I digress a little, but one of the things that was so offensive was the teenage girl who posted a picture of her school. Kids were sandwiched, half didn't have masks on, so she posted it online. She got suspended for posting the picture. That's how bad it is. The school says, look, I don't want you showing the truth.
Yep. They flat said that over the loudspeaker at the school. I covered this on some show I did, but yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. So if your kids tell, they'll get suspended. They'll get thrown out.
Yeah. And that's, I agree. But how do you directly respond to these people when body bags are stacking up? They're trying to minimize it or consider it a hoax. comparing it to other flus that we've had, the regular flu that we keep getting inoculated for, and I'm even wondering about that because I haven't had a flu shot in 20 years. The last one, I thought I was going to die. I got so sick. But anyway, how do you address that when they come at you? Because one of my good friends came out. He came to me, said, "Hey, there's talking about how this flu isn't any big deal compared to the regular flu." And I told him, his name's Jim, good friend. I said, "Jim, we don't see people running around in masks all the time and social distancing and body bags stacking up at the rate and more infection cases than we have with this thing. So are we not seeing that with the regular flu?" How do you respond to that, Amber?
Well, I think that it's just not as intense in a certain amount of time, and so because of the intensity of this, it's showing itself more, and because it has different, attributes. If you look at some of the other diseases that have just exploded over the last few years, there's a lot of, and the other thing too, I think, is that because this seems to be, it's not a fever and vomiting. It's not like your classic. If it was that, I think everybody'd just be fine about it. But we've got a huge amount of hype. You've got people going to the doctor or going to get tested that would probably never go get a flu test.
Right.
If you just said, "Oh, get a flu test," like they'd be like, "It's the flu. I'm fine." So people are changing their behaviors drastically over it, and then it's got different aspects to it, long-lasting aspects like losing smell and taste. But it's going to keep circulating with or without a vaccine or a cure. And the concern I have, of course, which is I just saw actually that there is a lawsuit filed in San Francisco against Facebook now for suppressing health information from Children's Health Defense Council. And because what's happening is they're using this to turn on 5G networks at such alarming speeds. And, I don't think 5G causes COVID. Let's be very clear about that. But both have impacts on the immune system. There's no denying that. And so because we can't tell them apart, it's like, well, let's just add on to this shit pile and see what sticks. Absolutely. And so that's what my concern is a lot of these pieces that we're turning to because of the situation that we know are mass profit, we know are hugely important on an international level as far as the controlling, people controlling our connectivity, controlling how we go to school, controlling how we work, being able to have, our refrigerator talk to our lawnmower, talk to our gas station attendant. That's the kind of pieces we're looking at, and we're not going to be able to tell the health differences apart.
I think.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think that I've got a couple of points. So the reason that this is so different than a regular flu is a regular flu dies off in the summer, in the warmer months. And, my mother was an ER nurse for 30 years when this started. I went to her and she said, "Oh, it'll die off in the summer. It might come back next winter, but it'll be fine." Well, it didn't die off. If anything, we saw an uptick this summer of it spreading. And then you merge that with this religious Christian right rhetoric of, "I'm not wearing a mask. I am not." How is that Christian? I see these people that are screaming and yelling, "I'm not putting on a mask." To me, I was raised in the Christian faith. A lot of Americans were. You don't put yourself before others in the Christian faith. And I think not putting on a mask is the most selfish thing that you can do. Who the hell are you hurting by putting a mask on? It's not hurting you to put a freaking mask on. There's plenty of occupations that live in a mask and they're not dying and their oxygen's not depleted, and quit being selfish assholes. You're not Christians if you won't put a fucking mask on and protect other people.
Yeah, I got to go there. We got a couple of good comments here. Jordan Allen, keep trusting Bill Gates. Progressives, leftists know what the fuck is up. It's obvious you are literally marching yourselves into a huge billionaire-owned concentration camp. I can see Amber's head going in vibration mode here because this is what she's been screaming about for a long, long time now. And we have another good comment here from Brett McKinney. The CDC says that 1 to 2% of those with the flu need hospitalization versus 20% for those with COVID. And I think, Amber, you touched on the point that the speed in which this takes people down, I've seen it as close as 7 days from being out at a bar, playing bingo to being on a ventilator in 7 days. So that scares the shit out of me.
Well, and if you go to a ventilator, you're quickly going to the coffin too, because they won't change how they're treating people. And that's part of the piece too. You know, that's a huge part of the puzzle. Like, why are we continuing to do something that we know doesn't work? People have been fired over it. People have talked out about it, and they won't change the treatment. So what are you supposed to do with that? You know, if you go to the next slide, and click the link on there, Oz, there's an awesome picture. This was in Wuhan, China. You click that link, yes. Open her up. Sorry, she wouldn't play the video, but they had a rave pool party in China.
Oh, that's Wuhan?
Yeah, that's Wuhan.
What the hell? When was that?
This week. So
I called it the Wuhan disease.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me get it centered here. What is it? Wuhan.
It does have a video somewhere in it, but I wouldn't never play it for me.
That looks like the damn French Riviera people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They learned nothing from their big food party they had back in January.
Yeah, well, that's another issue too. And that's social distancing in Wuhan. Is that what that is? I think.
Yep.
Wow. Wow. It looks like they had a great time. What would you say the age demographics there?
Looks like about 15 to 30, 40.
30,
It's all because all the older generation's dead in Wuhan. They were falling over in the street 8 months ago.
Welcome to the new world. Wow. Oh, that is a video. Let me see if it'll play. Who knows?
Yeah.
Let me try
Is that chicken?
Let me try that. It's kind of looks.
We're learning this tech stuff out here.
Kind of looks like your pool, Shanda.
My pool. Yeah, my big pool.
Your big pool. Again, is it playing? I don't know. Is it playing? Come on.
Not yet.
Come on. What is it? Does it got to load? Is this direct from Wuhan? So it's going to take a couple of minutes?
Probably.
We're going to get a commercial or?
Oh, yeah. Perfect. So, that's exactly my point. Let's right into it.
They have ballerinas at the pool.
Insane.
No masks or social distancing. Wuhan in January.
Stark difference. Or February. Everybody was wearing masks.
Hmm. 60% came from Wuhan. Okay.
So I don't know if this is, is this coming back?
They lifted the lockdown, letting life gradually return to normal. The dog has a mask.
That was a CNN clip?
Yeah. That was
okay, fucking flat ass propaganda. I'm not buying it. I'm questioning it is all I'm going to say.
Yeah, and you know what occurred to me in that video, and thank you for putting that link in and telling me how to work it. Some people, a lot of us had this vision of Wuhan being this kind of like Chinese fishing village. It's a thriving metropolis. No. It's huge. And as you can see, there's all those kids, and obviously they had the the money and resources to throw a huge party. And I'm just, so now that it's kind of an eye opener.
There's no poor people in China.
Well, I heard that their standard of living is caught up and surpassed us for the middle class, and I think that is correct.
Really?
You guys can check that. Anyway,
That's only in northern China if you're Mongolian descent.
well, yeah, and I have,
Yeah,
Or younger.
Wigger, right?
Now, I honestly, my wife said, yeah, it's like two countries within one as far as social and economic ability. Northern China is a certain way. They're more wasteful. They don't give a shit. They've got so much. And then Southern China, where my wife is from, they use their resources. They're more harder working, better ethics. So it's just you've got this kind of invisible divide. Maybe it's like southern and states and versus northern states in the U.S. I don't know, but anyway, I'm getting too long-winded. Where are we going from here? I think we've touched on COVID. Had some great comments in the chat. I can't show them all.
I just sent you a few minutes ago. My buddy Mike from Humanist Report, he touched on Cardi B interviewing Biden, and his take almost made me pee my pants. It's incredible.
Cardi, let me see if I can pop it in here. Let's jump over while I'm trying to find that. Let's jump over to one from Shanda today. What is this all about?
Well, it's Women's Wednesday, so we have to recognize that women have had the right to vote for 100 years now. The suffragist movement, it turned 100 years old yesterday. And for the anniversary, dumbass Trump thought he'd get involved. I got a little clip from that too.
Yeah, let me see what I've got here. You got a clip from which clip are you talking
That Democracy Now! Clip is where Trump pardons Susan B. Anthony, even though she didn't want to be pardoned.
Classic.
Yeah.
I was going to drop that in there, so I'm glad you did.
She didn't want to be pardoned, but he gave it to her anyways,
Okay, and that's cut already in there. So I'm
824 to 918.
Yeah, let me
of the 100th anniversary of the ratification of the 19th Amendment.
Amy,
which gave
chill,
women the right
man.
to vote. Anthony was arrested in
CBD, Amy.
1972 for voting when women were banned from the process. In response, New York's Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul tweeted, quote, "As highest-ranking woman elected official in New York and on behalf of Susan B. Anthony's legacy, we demand Trump rescind his pardon. She was proud of her arrest to draw attention to the cause for women's rights and never paid her fine. Let her rest in peace, Donald Trump." Unquote. The 19th Amendment was ratified 100 years ago in 1920, 14 years after Anthony's death. It was not implemented equally, however. Black women wouldn't enjoy full voting rights for decades until passage of the Voting Rights Act of 1965. Susan B. Anthony herself has been accused of racism for focusing on white women's suffrage instead of voting rights for all women.
Yep.
Wow. So that was a symbolic thing that backfired on Humpty Trumpty?
Humpty Trumpty. But you know what? Can I just say, white women, we deserve to not hold an office by not taking our people of color's hand and taking them with us 100 years ago. So, yeah, Susan B. Anthony, she doesn't impress me. She was a racist, just like, the men around her.
Well, just like Mount Rushmore guys, right? Same thing? Is that?
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it's so misleading the way that people yesterday were posting pictures of groups of women. There were Black women in these photos. That's misleading. They did not have the right to vote with other women.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. I'm going to try and run this.
Oh my God.
It's
like the first minute or two.
Okay. All right, let's listen to Mike, and I'll turn the sound on so I don't blow your heads off again.
This isn't the wet ass pussy one, is it?
No.
Okay, that was hilarious. Mike's coverage of that was hilarious.
Mike's. I enjoy Mike. Like I said, not all of us. Jimmy Dore, Cockles, and Mike Figueredo. I always watch them. So
Mike is coming on my show next week. So.
Oh, right on. Let's see tell me if you can hear this.
Sat down for an interview with Joe Biden, and the journalist who conducted the interview on their behalf was none other than WAP rapper Cardi B, who I admire because she is a radical. She is an aficionado of U.S. history. She supported Bernie Sanders in 2016 and 2020. She supports Medicare for All. So I think that if anyone should be interviewing Joe Biden, it should be someone who is going to ask him about policy-specific questions. And Cardi B is someone who cares about these things. Now, I can't actually play the video of the interview for you because I'm not entirely sure if there's going to be any copyright issues with that. So I have the transcript. Having said that, though, I do want to play a really, really quick clip that I found because she was explaining like what she wants. Like she wants Medicare for all. She wants there to be accountability for police officers. So if they kill someone, they go to jail as a normal citizen would go to jail for killing someone. And that led to a really bizarre moment, and I'm not going to try to like explain it. Just take a look.
You know what? If I kill somebody, I got to go to jail. You got to go to jail too. That's all I want.
What the fuck was that? So we're going to watch it back one more time, this time in slow motion.
You know what? If I kill somebody, I got to go to jail. You got to go to jail too.
Now, for context, like, I'm going to read to you, as I stated earlier, what she said specifically there. But there's that weird moment where she, I'm assuming, is done talking and she's waiting for him to respond, but he wasn't paying attention. So she did a little to get his attention.
Didn't work. Joe's like, "Where's that bird? I think there's a bird in here. Somebody tell my husband."
Yeah, and this is one of the things that I really love about Mike Figueredo. When he laughs, it's genuine. I mean, he laughs from his belly, and it's like he's gonna break up right on stage. So it makes me smile when he gets these types of pieces, and I think that clip spoke for itself. Thanks, Joy, for putting that in there. Do you want to add to that?
I love it.
I love it.
Mike loves it. Mike loves it.
I texted him as soon as I saw this, and I was like, Mike, I legit almost peed my pants because he keeps going on and going.
Yeah, and in that little movie I made up before, you couldn't see it, but I enlarged it and looked at it, and the whole clip was 1 minute and 30 seconds. Now, for Joe Biden to have to read a teleprompter, which he did because he looked to the left and up the whole damn time, you would think the man that they want to make the Supreme Leader of the United States could at least speak to his wife's presentation without a fucking teleprompter. Are you effing kidding me? And he still blew it. And
he still blows it.
And I thought he was going to go, lay, lady, lay. You know, lady, 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 because he lost his spot on the teleprompter again. But Trump, anybody. So,
well, I got a question. Okay, so Mike says he's got the transcript of this interview. Is it the transcript before the jump cuts or after? Because we know that this interview with Cardi has multiple cutouts in it. I want to know what happened in those cutout times. Was Joe off screen? Was he saying irrelevant shit? I mean, I think it's important to know the whole context of this interview.
Well, if you let it play a little more, Cardi got Joe to say something incredibly important that we need to trend and tweet at his ass.
So he ignored her healthcare questions 3 times. So I agree.
Let me play it. It's coming up. It's not too far into this, right, Joy?
No, it's right now.
It's my heart. So I think that really is what was going on in Joe Biden's head. Just, crickets. And she had to do a little brrr to get him to pay attention. No, I did it wrong. It's a brrr, then a brrr. But anyways, here's the part of the interview that stood out to me because she asks him about all of these wonderful things that the left wants. And she ends up getting him to admit that there's really no good reason why we can't have the things she talks about, including Medicare for all. So she asks, and also what I want is free Medicare. It's important to have free healthcare because look what is happening right now. Of course, I think we need free college, and I want black people to stop getting killed and no justice for it. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. I just want laws that are fair to black citizens and that are fair to cops too. If you kill somebody who doesn't have a weapon on them, you go to jail. You know what? If I kill somebody, I've got to go to jail. You've got to go to jail too. That's what I want. Joe Biden then responded saying, there's no reason why we can't have all of that. Presidents have to take responsibility. I understand one of your favorite presidents is Franklin Roosevelt. Roosevelt said the American people can take anything if you tell them the truth. Sometimes the truth is hard, but right now we're in a position where we have an opportunity to make so much progress. The American public has had the blinders taken off. So I think it's interesting because she actually got him to admit that there's no good reason why we can't have all of these things. Free college, Medicare for all. So the question is, if there's no good reason for us to have these things or not have these things, why don't you support them, Joe Biden?
That was huge. Everybody should be just pushing that. But we know that Joe Biden is in these interviews is just saying whatever he needs to say when he stays on script. When he goes off script, he screws it up for his handlers. So yeah, that was a great clip, Joe, I think.
Right. And not just did he say, there's no reason why we can't have that. He said presidents need to be held responsible. You said it.
We're going to remember it too.
Yeah. I mean, that's the same standard that I set for presidential candidates as well. And as we've seen, Kamala Harris hasn't been held responsible, at least that I can tell, for her record on several different things, particularly the Medicare for All, when she got on there in 2018 and said how desperately we need it and it's the only way to go, and then she walks it back a week later. So again,
I think it's because they knew it wasn't going to pass, to be quite honest. We only had 15 votes. Bernie made that very clear for days. We only had 15 votes. What better time for them to act progressive and act like they care about that than a time when they know it's not actually going to pass?
Yeah, and in a time when we've got a pandemic, this is the time to make that move. That employer-based healthcare bullshit is not going to work for anybody. And I got to give it.
But Cobra.
Yeah, I already went over that. Amber, I think I was telling you guys in the green room, I said it's all going to start going downhill, and Amber said, yeah, it's going to really start. Shit's going to hit the fan in September, and I see that coming. So that's where we're at. We got one more clip here, right? Is that Amber? We've got this is Tim Black. This is Tim Black, and just quickly, I want to jump over here to Amber. You want to speak to this real quick? UPS just filed a patent
Tyler Durden
for blockchain.
Yeah, this was kind of fun. The USPS filed a patent for a blockchain-based secure voting system. Isn't that magical timing, everyone?
Yeah, it's
such great timing.
So shocked.
Kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't know what they could be thinking.
Yeah,
I don't know, but have we been saying that we could use blockchain for secure voting for many fucking years now?
Yeah. Well, at least they're coming back with responses to Dickhead trying to destroy the Postal Service as we knew it.
Well, they've been trying to do that for 100 years.
Yeah,
we know that.
we talked about that. It's what the hell happened there? I think I lost my spot.
Bernie voted for.
Even Bernie,
the PIA Act. So
yeah.
This is a long time coming.
Yeah,
it is.
That's
how is UPS and FedEx supposed to get an edge in otherwise if we don't help Amazon out?
Yeah.
They're clearly behind in the dollar race. Come on now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you trying to stifle their innovation?
Yeah, I think we are. I think they are.
Do you know that FedEx takes a day longer out of Arizona to my house than the UPS?
Clearly it's a day farther away.
Oh, yeah, clearly it's a day. Like, what the hell?
Well, I don't care about any of that shit, but my Amazon Prime isn't getting to me in its 2-day promise.
That's what I'm saying. 2 days, motherfucker, not 4.
God, Shanda, don't be so harsh. Lex Luthor, show him some love.
I'm going to sell my soul to this system. This system better fucking work.
Yeah. Damn it.
What do you mean? You already consented. You already consented to selling your soul.
Consent to everything without consenting. How do I do that?
Can I get some Astroglide?
You hit the button, man. Hit the button.
Story of my life. That's how I ended up with 3 kids.
Buy the Prime.
Oh, you ladies cracked me up. Let's okay. This is you cut this for me, right, Amber?
I hope so. Yes.
Okay. This is Timmy Black.
Tim's giving us a little day 2 of the.
Nobody can take my cornbread.
Yeah. Oh God, you know what?
I have a cornbread pin that was personally given to me from Tim Black.
Tim Black.
No, it's my choice.
Tim Black has promoted Joey's Coffee, by the way. Thank you,
Oh,
Tim,
that
for
was
doing
sweet.
that.
Well, I will also because it's damn delicious.
Yes, it is.
I got
All right,
mine.
there's my gratuitous plug for my wife's coffee. Okay, here we go. Let's see what Tim has to say.
Our convention because tonight, Joe Biden became your Democratic nominee. Officially. Yeah, up till tonight, he wasn't the nominee. He was just the guy. People were like, is that the guy? All right. Okay, well, you sure that's the guy? Okay. I got to kiss his butt, right? Because I don't want to be doing no extra butt kissing. Let me just kiss his ass now. But I don't want to kiss it if he don't turn out to be the guy. And this was also the night all of the QAnon people and the former Bernie supporters who lost their minds and went full Trump or something weird, I don't know, deep state investigators, all of them. This is the night they all wanted to stab themselves because this is the night Hillary Clinton was supposed to come out and take the nominee from Joe Biden. You thought I forgot about all that crap you guys been talking for the last 6 months. Banana Peel 1776, all in my mentions for the last couple of months telling me, Tim Black, you a stupid person. Anybody could see Hillary gonna be the nominee. Well, officially, tonight would have been the night she's supposed to come out and do that. Tonight's supposed to have been the night that the Democratic Party threw a Hail Mary. Hillary Clinton makes the deep post route, turns around, ball right there, bam, right in the numbers, baby. Touchdown, end zone dance, all that. But it did not happen. No, tonight.
Oh my God.
Oh, not that shit.
Yeah, I know.
Look away.
Nothing to be happy about. I'm just saying. I just want to rub it in that you were wrong. I get wrong about stuff. Accept it. Walk it off. Take the L, as Michael Brooks would say. Sometimes you got to take the L. My brother. So here we go.
Sad.
Here we go. So
Get to
tonight's
business
night,
now.
it started off interesting. Interesting to say the least. How did it start off? Oh, yeah. It started off with...
Hi, this is Senator Chuck Schumer, Democratic leader from my hometown, Brooklyn, New York. Behind me is a sight I see out of my window every night, the Statue of Liberty, the same sight that greeted hopeful immigrants like my grandparents, a symbol of freedom and a beacon of hope to the world.
Yeah.
How many immigrants live on that road?
You don't have a cut in there, an in cut, Amber.
No, I do.
It's
long though.
It's 20. It's going to go to 28.2.
Oh, maybe it didn't cut.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
Yeah.
Anyway, we tried.
Yeah.
But
That
that's
makes me sad.
right after Chuck Schumer is where I wanted to end it
Okay,
anyway.
let's-
Yeah, just hilarious.
Hi, I'm Chuck Schumer. Oh my God, it's almost as bad as Perez.
How many immigrants live on that road and see that view every day is what I want to know. But can I just say that 4 years ago today, I was live with Tim Black and sneaking behind the media tent at the DNC and sneaking cigarettes with him and, so many other amazing progressives. I never, ever imagined over these last 4 years that we would be at this moment and these would be the issues that we're dealing with. It's like a punch in the gut. It makes me want to cry. It makes me want to throw up. It makes me sad.
Well, that's all right. It's okay, Shanda. It'll be
just
okay.
just a little spoonful of sugar, Shanda. It helps the medicine go down.
Oh, I love that song. I sing it all.
I want to chant. I want to march. I want to see shit burning.
You can come to Seattle and Portland and Minneapolis, and
since we can't see any live streams, have anybody seen any live streams coming out of Portland or Seattle? Because we've been having major riots in Seattle that nobody seems to know about.
Well, Portland last night there was a live stream. They took it down real quick. I caught a few minutes of it. Yeah, it's getting pretty horror show down there because they basically run out just about everybody from streaming. So yeah.
Well, and what's been happening is they've been targeting the media and they've been targeting the civil rights watchers.
Yep.
The lawyers guilds.
Yep.
Which is insane.
The Amnesty International people.
Yeah. Those people.
Yeah, and honestly, a lot of them
Clearly Antifa.
Yeah, they're going
Clearly,
to
with their yellow shirts.
They're in fear for their life. I mean, well, I don't see it on MSNBC or CLS or whatever CNN. So yeah, they are. It's a war out there, guys. And direct action. I got to tell you, this, and I'll say this about the convention so far. I think this convention is getting more people to vote for Trump because it's so fucking phony. And we are not stupid. I mean, a lot of us may be, but I think the majority of Americans can see bullshit when they see it. And
not the Republicans.
No.
They think that, Biden is socialism. He's a Trojan horse for socialism and communists.
And that's the difference. You have
wish.
the Republicans are that. And then you have all the demographics that lost it for our progressive candidates in Washington State. They're eating it up. I mean, they're crying, they're hugging each other at this shit, and it's like, what? So anyway, it just makes me nuts, all of it. So I'm going to say that this is encouraging more people to support Donald Trump instead of bringing more people in to vote and support Joe Biden, because it's just a damn big circle jerk. Bernie started it the opening night, and what do we have tonight? We've got Hillary Clinton, we've got Barack Obama. Who else do we have? We got somebody else of note tonight that, and I'm going to watch it. It's the night. I'm going to watch
Republican or Republican?
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. Just merge the goddamn thing, because it looked like last night they had more Republicans speaking than centrist Democrats, which equals...
Well, that's who they need to vote. Come on now.
Yeah, shit.
They're not reaching for the left. They're reaching for the right.
Yeah.
They're gonna...
Clearly you haven't been paying attention, Oz.
Shit, I don't know.
This is the new Republican Party. This is the civilized version.
Yeah.
And this is all we care about appealing to. And fuck you, progressives, and have a great day.
Yeah, insight and awareness, Yellow Vest. That's direct action, Yellow Vest. And that's what it's going to take, because this goddamn fucked up voting system we have, not so much. Jilly Love said, when we get Medicare for all, it's over for them. Yeah, it is. Because we join the rest of the developed world, and we have health care, not access to, affordable to. Bullshit. Anyway, we're starting to run along. I want to give Joy some time to talk about her book. Joy, book.
The funny book.
It's going great, right?
It is. So Pat and I, you may know him from Peter Douche, Nate Sliver, Pat Burner. He and I were asked by Ms. Nina Turner to go on her podcast tomorrow. So I'm pretty much based on her possible. So that'll be tomorrow. I'll let you guys know when it airs. So I'm a bit nervous about that. But so if you guys want the book, it's at www.savageandpat.com. And Pat and I are working on something extremely special for September 5th. We have a big lineup of some of our favorite people that we're doing events to promote the book. So September 5th, on your calendar, we'll be announcing something shortly.
Okay. Well, you were really, you're really clipping there. It's www.savageandpat.com.
Yes.
We lost a lot of your.
Yeah.
Try hitting the main point again, Joy. I think you're back in line without clipping. Say it again one more time. I'm sorry.
September 5th.
September 5th.
September 5th. Okay.
Amber's going to translate.
Yeah.
Yes.
So sorry, Joy.
Pat and I are going to be doing a celebration with live stream with a lot of your favorite progressive media people.
September 5th. Okay.
She's going to do a live stream with lots of progressive media September 5th.
Okay. No, that's
How do we sign up for this? Where do we go to find it, Joy?
You can follow me on Twitter. I'll be releasing some of the names shortly at Savage Joy Marie Long. And we'll be posting on our book as well.
Okay, good. We got
At Savage Joy Marie 1 is her Twitter handle.
Okay, yeah.
In the chat.
And Joy is, and Chris Foster said the stream's been interrupted by radio signal. Yeah, it could be. We've been fighting with this clipping on Joy's for a long time.
Yeah, long time we've been fighting it.
She has ordered a new microphone, I believe. We talked about this morning. I hope that helps.
I don't think it's the mic. I really think it's her internet.
And I'm
think
willing
it's
to
internet.
try anything because we've tried everything to this point. So it's, we're going to do it. But no,
How do you feel about Washington State?
the Yaz Queen Chronicles.
We're going to have to transplant you to the land of high-speed internet.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
And I have Nick Brandt Friday night, 9 p.m. Movement for People's Party is going to talk about the convention and the whole thing.
So she has Nick Brianna from the Movement for a People's Party coming on Friday to talk about the Movement for a People's Party.
Nick Brana. Okay,
And
yeah.
Mike Figueredo from Human Rights Report Tuesday.
Oh, cool. We got to get that on the calendar, Joy.
Brom says it's her internet.
Yeah, I think we'll have to put an uphill booking. I didn't see it, but I'm going to check on that. That's terrific. And what we also have something else Friday night, don't we, Shanda?
Yes, I have a wonderful interview with James O'Neill. He's a political blogger. He lives in Wisconsin, and we're going to talk about Trump thinking that he's going to win Wisconsin by saying that, the Democrats are socialists and communists when he barely won Wisconsin with the bullshit that happened last time. Wisconsin is a heavy Bernie state. It always was. And so we're going to break that down Friday night. Plus, I'm sure we'll talk some shit about the DNC convention and all things progressive.
Yeah, we might do something on Saturday morning. I don't know. I got to talk to you guys.
Oh,
about
yeah,
that.
yeah. What
No
are we going
jokes.
to do Saturday?
Yeah, no jokes off for 2 weeks. He's gone to, like I said yesterday, Gilligan's Island with his Marianne or Ginger.
Marianne.
Or Jeannie, all three maybe, knowing Marcus. So Saturday, no joke. We got something else going on. Yeah, let's promote this here, Shanda. You did such good artwork on this. We this is our conception art for a new program. You want to talk about this, Shanda?
This is Beauty and the Boomer After Dark. So, we're kind of pigeonholed into these political shows, and Oz and I want to break free and get funny and just talk smack about everything, and including, pop culture and just what's going on in the world. So yeah, Beauty and the Boomer.
I love your avatar there. That is so you. Look at that. My God. Jeez. And then there's me, grumpy old man with the ball cap, and I'm very very judgmental, and I'll try not to scream too much because we're going to be having more fun than political stuff on that. But I'm looking forward to that. Great artwork.
Me too.
I love that.
Thank you. I was bored yesterday.
Yeah. Well, if that's you being bored, that's me being premium. So I really appreciate that.
Okay.
Anyway, ladies, it's been a great Women's Wednesday, and thank you so much, Joy, for joining us. And remember,
Thank you for having me.
yeah,
It's good to see you. We haven't got to hang out in a while.
Yeah, make sure you guys let's get together. And this is a great book from everything I've heard. I haven't had the opportunity to read it yet, but love Pat Cody, and it's Cody, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Pat Cody and Joy Marie Mann and Yaz Queen Chronicles. It looks hilarious, and we love the artwork. So again,
I'm ordering it for my daughter.
Oh, cool!
Aw, yay.
That's
Yay.
great. That's
code Nina because of us going on our show tomorrow. $2 off per book.
yeah.
Yes.
What time tomorrow? Are you going to be on Nina's show?
It's going to be recorded.
Oh, it's going to be recorded. Okay. And what's the namesake of Nina's show? Is it a podcast or an actual?
Yeah, it's a podcast.
Hello, somebody.
Oh, wow.
Hello,
That's great.
somebody.
We love Nina Turner. So again, thank you, ladies. It's been a great show today, and thank you everyone in the chat. I'm going to see if I can get the outgo music here. You sent that to.
It's in your slide deck.
It's in my slide deck. Oh, you are so damn efficient.
I know.
You know Amber's efficient.
Where is it?
Why do you
22, baby.
22. Okay. Thank you.
We'll see if
Amber.
it works. We'll probably get smacked, but this is it's actually live in the streets, man. So get out there in the streets, kids.
Yeah. Get out there.
You will, one way or another.
Yeah. Have a great day, everybody. See you Friday morning. Tomorrow is Oz's day off. Thanks. Bye.
Right.